after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that, he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception. But he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
And now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more. On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time to...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That is caught by Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Play action now, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A first down throw for Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 31, Cousins got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Off the play fake, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. If you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Final play of the half. Prescott flushed out right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So we've reached half. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, Cooper with a nice grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They run again on 1st down. Cook. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A nice little juke. And now running right through it. 102 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there on the run.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Threes all around. Madison. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Trying the power game with Ham. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Cousins will try and throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 1st down, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And as he's inside the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback out of the situation. In this case,
Third and long for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now Cousins on 4th down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as...
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 39 yards. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cousins to throw it. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Dalvin Cook turned away on fourth down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They go to Elliott again. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Elliott running right. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Play fake. Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. To try again after the sack. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that would be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got room. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.